I know how frustrating it is when your Facebook advertising account gets disabled, and especially if the core of your sales depends on Facebook ads. And in this video, I will take you through a step-by-step process to get your advertising access reinstated. And what you can see on this side is my account when it was disabled, and on the other side is when my account got reinstated within 6 hours. Normally, it takes 48 hours to get an account reinstated, but my I was able to get my access back in within 6 hours. And in the last 3 years, I have been disabled by 5 times, and on all those occasions, I have got everything back. My user account has been disabled 2 times, my ad account has been disabled, my page has been disabled, and then my business manager has been disabled. And on all those occasions, I have been able to reinstate it, and I've reinstated 1,000 plus Facebook and Instagram accounts in the last 3 years. And if you take time to follow the guidelines I have provided in this video, please don't take any action till you watch this video to the end. If you follow it and you really get your account reinstated. At the end of the video, to have also provided, even if you appeal and your appeal fails, you can contact us and then we'll help you. Remember to subscribe to this channel, leave your comments below, and we'll reach out to you. You can also follow the link in the description to contact us. We'll be able to help you to get back to advertise. Let's go into the computer.
And first of all, I would like to say this video is divided into 3 parts. The first part, we will look at the type of restriction that you have. The second part, we will look at the changes that we need to make to your account. And the third part, we will look at how we can request a review and appeal for the your account to be reinstated. So first of all, you log into your Facebook. So for those who don't know how to log into Facebook, you click on Facebook, you type in your web browser, you open your web browser and type Facebook login. So for example, you can come and then just type Facebook, then you search for it. And as it comes, you just click on this and follow the process to log in. Okay, so I have already logged in. So after you have logged in, you have to come to see more, and then you see ads manager. So you click on the ads manager. Okay, so when you open the ads manager, you will see you are restricted from advertising. You are restricted from advertising means that you, the user of Facebook, is restricted from advertising. And before we continue, I would like to state that please watch this video to the end before you make any change or you take any action. Please take time to watch this video to the end, because there are a lot of things we're going to do. So you, the user of the account, is what is restricted from advertising. So we call this one user account restriction. So if your user account is restricted, what do you need to do exactly? Now you can come here and click on see details, or you can click on the 3 lines and choose account quality. Now for clicking on see details, it will take you directly to the problem that you're facing. But however, there are some people who may not be having user account restriction, and it may be a page or any other type of restriction. So they may not have this option to just click on see details. So because of that, I'm just going to show you the method where you can go to account quality direct, and so that what type of restriction that you have, you can go and see. Because if you are user account restriction, you can see it here, but if it is not the user account or other account, you may not see it here, and you may not have this option. So it is taking us to the same place. So you just come and click on the 3 lines, and then after you click on 3 lines, you click on account quality. Okay, so it will bring you to this place. So as you can see, we have account issues, and they are saying Facebook account, you are not allowed to use Meta products to advertise. This is because you didn't comply with one or more of our advertising policies or other standards, such as having too many ads rejected, attempting to circumvent our ad review process, participating in a fraudulent behavior, or associating with untrustworthy accounts. So sometimes you will even need to ask yourself what did you do to get disabled? There are a varied number of reasons, and I can't confirm exactly, but the most common ones, number one, it could be a mistake. Most of the time, the algorithm can suspect that this one is a violation of policy, and it may not be a violation. So they will disable you, and you now follow to request a review for them to review your account manually by a human being to confirm that what the algorithm said is wrong or is true. So that is it. So that the number one reason is it could be a mistake. Number two is a violation of policy. You could violate a policy. For example, a lot of people don't know the policies that Facebook and or Instagram has. So they will just go and then they keep on setting advert, and they don't even care to follow the policies. So the most common policies, maybe you may have non-functional landing page. That is a landing page with a lot of pop-ups. You may have you may be selling content that is not allowed on Facebook or Instagram, especially those who sell health-related products and medicines or health-related products like cosmetics. There are a lot of restrictions on that. And if you don't understand, you will just go ahead and then violate their policy. We have non-existent functionality. We have adult products. There are a lot of them. I'll leave the link in the description for you to follow and then learn all of them. So you could violate a policy, or you could try associated with many accounts, and maybe some of them might have violated Facebook policies, and then they will also use that one to step you. So all those things could be problems, or you could also have many rejected ads. Those are some few of them. So it could be a mistake. It could be that you violated their policy. It could be that you are using a fake name, or you are using same details for other accounts they have detected. You know it is against Facebook policies to have two Facebook accounts. Okay, so take notice of that. So if you violate their policy, or if you create an account and the name is not a human being's name, they may detect. If you use a business name to create an account and not a page, they will know, and that will also be the reason. So these are some of the reasons. Now, you have to appeal. But before we will request the review or we will appeal, we need to take time and then see what best we can do. So I want to just let you know that we have so many type of restrictions. This is a user account restriction, and that's the highest form of restriction. So with this one, even if your business manager or your ad account is not restricted, you cannot still run an advert. Okay. And then you may also have a page restriction and all that. So if it is a page restriction or any other type of restriction, it is easy, but the worst of them all is the user account restriction. So make sure that you follow the processes that I'm outlining here to be able to reinstate your account. So first of all, sign into Facebook again. You are still in Facebook. I'm just opening another tab. Okay, so first of all, you have to, before you can request a review, you have to make sure the information on your ID matches exactly with what is on your Facebook account. So if your name on Facebook is not your real name, as in your ID card, you have to come and change it. So first of all, you click on your profile picture here, and then you go to settings and privacy. The interface may be different a bit depending on whatever type of device you're using, but it's still similar to this. Go to settings and privacy. Then from there, you see name, then you go and then edit your name. Make sure your first and your last name and your middle name matches exactly with what is on your card. If you have a middle name, and add it. If you have a middle name in addition to your first and last name on your card, make sure they appear here. They look for first and last name, but there are circumstances, and most of the time I use first and last name and it works. But there are circumstances where one or two things they may still, if your middle name is not there, they may still have problems. So I will advise you, if you have first, last name, and the middle name, you should add it. But in some cases, most of the time, the first and last name alone, they will accept it. But I'm just advising that as a precautionary measure, you should add your last name. Okay. You should add your middle name rather. Okay, so we can just go back and then also check the birth date. Okay, so with the birth date, you just come and click on your profile picture here, and then you scroll down to your about section, and then you check contact and basic info. And then under contact and basic info, you come and check your date of birth and the gender. Make sure that the date of birth, the date, the month, everything matches perfectly. Yeah, and then the gender. Now, there are some of you, you may, if you come and it's not the same, click edit and then edit everything. Now, there are some of you, you may have exceeded the limit where you can change your name, your date of birth. So if you have exceeded the limit for change of birth, they will tell you that you can't change your birth date again. You can only change the date of the month, but you can't change the year. If you fall under that category, check the link above. Follow the link above, and you will be able to change your birth date. So that is about changing your birth date and making sure your information matches exactly with what is on your Facebook account. Okay, so you come back to account quality, and then you click on request review. They say confirm your identity and request a review. Now let me add that there are some of you where you will just be asked to submit your ID card alone, and after you have submitted your ID card, they will confirm your identity first, and after you have confirmed the identity, you can now come and request a review. But of late, most of the time, when you try to confirm your identity, they'll just ask you to request a review at the same time. But previously, or for some people still, they will ask you to confirm the identity first. After your identity is confirmed, before you can request a review. So how do we go? When you click on get started, then they will ask you, maybe help us confirm you are not a robot. Okay, I am not a robot. So continue. They are asking me to upload my picture. Okay, so I'll just go and then upload my ID. And let me just add that the type of ID they allow as national ID, passport, voter ID, national health insurance. The most important requirements for the ID is birth date, and your birth date must be there. Your first, last name, and middle name. If you don't have a middle name, fine, but your first and last name must be there with your date of birth and your picture. Any card, all that I mentioned, if it has all that I mentioned, you can use it. Okay, so let's go to my computer and then check exactly what we can do. So we go to I'll get it. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, to help us check that this account belongs to you, we need a photo of your official ID. This account, this could be a driving license, passport, or any other type of official identification. If there are issues, we will send you an email. Make sure the picture is very clear. Then after that, you click on continue. Okay, so as you can see, your identity has been submitted. Okay, so continue to request a review. So I'm continuing. Then they will ask, request a review of your advertising restrictions. Why are you requesting a review? So as I was saying earlier on, for most of you, you would have been asked to confirm your identity first, and then after a day or within some hours, when you come back here, this thing like you are not allowed to advertise will not be shown, and then they will now ask you what you can do. You will now be asked to request a review, and that is where you now click on the request a review and come here. But for majority of you too, you may have direct, then you can just after submitting the identity confirmation, just submit the review. So don't click on I am not sure which policy was violated. Don't click on I think my account was unauthorized use of my Facebook. There was an unauthorized use of my Facebook account. You rather click on another reason and take time to write a letter or a describe whatever problem you are facing, just like what I'm doing here. So what I'm saying here is I received a message some few minutes ago that my Facebook user account advertising access is restricted because I didn't comply with one or more of the advertising policies or other standards, such as having too many ads rejected, attempting to circumvent their review process, or participating in a fraudulent behavior, or associating with untrustworthy accounts. And then I went ahead to let them know that I'm a professional digital marketer, and I've taken time to study their policies in detail over the past years. And I've studied about the prohibited content policy, the Facebook community standard, the personal attribute policy, adult product or services, the non-functional landing page, personal health policy, circumventing system policy, and all that. And then I went ahead to let them know that none of my campaigns have been rejected. And uh, I have studied all their policies, and I don't have any. I make sure I do that follow their policies. None of my campaigns have been rejected, and even my current advert in my business manager are running. They are active. None of my pages have been rejected, and the core of my business depends on Facebook ads to sell. And this restriction is really a big blow to my business. And I've spent over 500. I spend 500 over $500 every month on Facebook ads. So you take time to describe in detail what exactly the problem is that you're facing, and then after you have done that, and I encourage you, please. Some of you will always ask me to send you this text. It is not advisable. I just advise you to take time and write whatever problem you are facing. Because if we all write the same thing, they will know that, okay, these people are just copying this information from anywhere. So they won't even take us serious. And secondly, what the problem I am facing may not be the same thing you are facing. You may be having maybe an ad account restriction, a page restriction, whatsoever. It may not be a user account. So take time to understand what problem you are facing, to just try to describe what you are facing, and then appeal. And I tell you that they will listen to your story. Just try to describe what happened before your account was restricted, and then possibly you will be assisted. Okay. So that is it. And then after that, I just made them understand I'm extra sure that this will be a mistake, and they should please help me get my user account restricted. Then after that, you click on send. Now, as you can see, review requested. Thank you for submitting your account for review. We are always looking for the security of our community. So while we're reviewing your information, your business will be able to advertise. So review is done. So I'll just wait within 48 hours for a response. Now, sometimes you may wait, as they are saying they are reviewing it and we should wait for 48 hours. But these 48 hours they have mentioned here from before May 2022 of this year, anytime there is a restriction, when you request a review, within 48 hours you get the response. But from May 2022 to now, it sometimes takes an unusually very long time to get a response. Now, in case you request the review and after 48 hours you still don't get a response, you can come to you can come to you can follow the video above to contact Facebook business support. You follow the video above and then to contact Facebook business support. But you always, before you do that, come to account quality here to check whatever information you might have gotten. Well, if you don't come to account quality on a computer, you will not know exactly whatever response you have gotten. So when you come here and check, if it is still in review, you can follow the video above to request to contact Facebook business support and then complain to them that it has taken more than 48 hours after you requested a review and then you are not getting any response. And even before that, let me also add that when you come to the ad manager, in case it is not a user account restriction, you may be able to make some certain changes. So you may come here if you have if you think there are certain advert that you did that didn't follow their policy, If it is not a user account restriction, you may be able to delete them. And then you can also come to your pages to check to make sure that if you posted something that is against their policy, you delete it, because it is a human being who is manually going to review it. And that person may have problems with you if they end up seeing that you are posting things or you did advert that are indeed against their policy. So take time to follow all that and then make sure everything is in order before even doing the request for review. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel and leave your comments below so that we can reach out to you and help you on whatever problems that you have. If your account is permanently restricted after the request for review comes, and it could be so frustrating, but I advise you, you can contact us. We have accounts for sale that we can help you get back to advertise. And let me just let you know, if you sincerely didn't violate any policy, if you did not violate any policy, I tell you, your account will be reinstated. So maybe if you violated a policy genuinely, or if you didn't follow the process here, and they may disable you permanently. But if you did not violate any policy and you also followed all the procedures right, your account will indeed be reinstated. Thank you once again for watching, and have a great day.